Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shalandi, and hey, if you guys followed me from the last video, thank you for checking this video out. And if you're new here, welcome. So this video is more of like one of my little pep talks. I want to motivate you and inspire you to go out and do the things that you want to do. I was meeting with my friend today, and it's always good to meet with a friend to talk about what's on your mind. She has been going through like her own thing, just taking care of herself, the daily grind. We all have that. Most of us, we're living that like daily grind to get to where we want to be. And we can look around and we can see that maybe other people are doing better than we are. Maybe that's the case, but we all have some struggle that we're dealing with, whether, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, like we're all dealing with something. And so like it's super important not to compare where you are to where someone else is, because anyone's circumstance can change at any time. That being said, what can we do like to combat like how we're feeling and feeling like we need to be somewhere right now? And I would say it definitely starts with your algorithm, for one. And I think we all need to clear our history and start to be like mindful about what we watch and what we let into our ear gates, our eye gates, and really be kind of like cutthroat when it comes to what we allow into our space. You have to be very aggressive. And I'm not really talking about people. So for like this channel, I don't want to talk about like cutting people off from your life, because I think that's also something that needs to be looked at and dealt with like carefully. So we're not talking about people here, because we all need people. We all need each other at the end of the day. And at some instances, yeah, you need to cut some people off, but at other times, it's just, I don't know, we're just being too sensitive and just like cutting people out, which is another topic. Okay, but I'm not gonna go into that. I just want to talk about social media and what that does to us. Okay, so obviously you all know when you search something, when you say something, your phone is listening to you. Like I was talking to my friend about, what was I talking to her about? I don't know if it was about like moving, or it was something so specific. And I swear to you, like I said this on my phone when I was outside. No lie, I'm in my house watching TV, I'm on YouTube, and all of a sudden this thing that we were talking about pops up and it's like on my TV. Mind you, never searched it, nothing. I just was speaking it. Talking about it with my friend, and lo and behold, here it is, like in my space, like in my view. That being said, these algorithms, they create these like, or we get stuck in like an echo chamber of things that we have said, things we have watched already, like previously. Like YouTube will like throw a video at you, you watch, and now you're seeing all this kind of crazy stuff. And so there are a lot of videos out right now talking about how, the youth are like giving up, the financial this, men against women, what else? Like men and women, like they're like pitted against each other, and what else? The youth are not going outside; they just want to stay home and they want to be, playing video games all day. And while some of that is true, there's also so many found the word. There's so many realities going on simultaneously, where if you go out on, like, I'm in New Orleans right now, if you go out on Bourbon Street, there's tons of people outside. If I go to the park, I see kids outside. I see people walking their dogs. I see people reading books. I see people on, having picnics outside. One of the craziest things I've seen here is someone, like, they took like a 4x4 like square table, and they decided to have like a little dinner by the fountain, like with their partner. So people are outside, people are going to coffee shops, people are reading books, like people are living life. And so try not to get stuck in these echo chambers where it seems like only this one thing is true. Okay, maybe you're in this space right now, but it doesn't mean that you're always going to be there. And if you feel like stuck, you just need to do like one thing different and like let it snowball. Like try to create a habit, try to do the same one thing every day. That's when I mean different is choose one thing and try to like implement that every day, just to like change it up a little bit. Go outside, say hi to someone on the street. Like don't get stuck in like an echo chamber, because you will start to believe that the world is like really one way. And I would say, especially for people that maybe they haven't like never left the country, or they never left the state, or they never left their town, you may think only this one reality is the truth for everybody. Or you might think that everyone looks a certain way, like everyone looks like maybe like a Kim Kardashian, or you know how everyone is starting to look the same. I would just be real with you. Half the people, most of the people I see on Instagram, that are like, you know, beauty influencers, yeah, or like, you know, workout like crazy at the gym or look a certain way. I probably see them like 0.5%, 1% of those kinds of people in my life. Most people are just regular schmegular people with jobs, you know, working 9 to 5, going on vacation like once or twice a year, or once, but sometimes they're not really on a vacation at all, you know. So the majority of people are just normal. So you really shouldn't be comparing yourself to anyone else's life. And you know, be a dreamer. You know, if you have this idea of what you want your life to look like, do something about it. Try to implement it. If you need to like get yourself out of a funk, go outside, sit in some sunlight, sit on a bench, and just people watch. That's it. The easiest thing you can do if you need someone to talk to, sit at a park and just ask someone if you can like pet their dog or something. I don't know. Super easy. Like this morning, it's so easy to network too. And I think the older generations, they kind of got it down packed. I was walking Benji this morning and right in my neighborhood, and there's this house right across the street from where I live. And I always wondered about like the owner who lives there. And I've seen like random people like come in and out. Like it's a huge house. I think they have like, I don't know if it's like 11 bedrooms or something. Huge house. And like when I first moved here, I saw someone there who lived there, and I said hi to him. Well, he said hi to me, I think. I said hi to him. Never saw him again. And anyway, they have these dogs that are like always barking at Benji. And so anyway, this morning I'm walking Benji. I didn't feel well. I ended up leaving my house like later than usual, and I'm walking Benji. And this lady, she comes out of like her car, and she's like, "Hey, can I pet your dog?" And so I let the lady pet Benji, and then she was visiting her friend who actually lives in this house. And so anyway, I ended up actually meeting the owner. Those dogs always bark at Benji. Benji got to meet the dogs, and Benji got to run in like their big yard for a minute. The owner, she like gave me like some basil from her garden and like some dill, and I made a connection. And she asked me what I do, and I've decided to, like, when people ask me what I do now, I'm just like, I'm a realtor, because that is what I do. Whether I'm new, nobody has to know. You know, I'm on my grind. That's what's important. But that's how I am presenting myself, and I'm proud of, you know, my accomplishments. So when I told her I was a realtor, she was like, "Oh, you know what? I want to connect you with this guy who does development." I'm like, "Oh, cool." You know, so I made it connect like so easy. And the friend who actually stopped me to pet Benji, she owns a store on one of the prominent streets that runs through here. And she's like, "Yeah, you know, anytime you like walking, you can come into the store with Benji, and I have treats and water and stuff." And it's really cool because it's like this high-end store. And so it's just so easy. You just gotta go outside and meet people. You're not gonna meet anyone by staying in the house and not being friendly and not smiling. I don't know, maybe get a dog. I don't know. You can borrow Benji for a few minutes. But Gotta get out the house. People are still friendly, people are still nice. And if you're not finding that, then you have to be the change that you want to see. And you got to be the friendly one, you got to be the nice one. We got to stop waiting for people to reach out to us, and we have to reach out to people. Um, One of my friends, she's really good at it. She checks up on me all the time, and that's something that I really admire about her. I never used to be good at that, but my friend, like, she just always reach out to me, like, never take it personal if it took me longer than usual to reach out. And I was like, you know what, I want to be like that. Like, I want to be that friend that reaches out and checks on my other friends. That sounds crazy, but just like something like I was just never used to. And I never had as it sounds bad. It sounds bad. I've never had as many friends as I have now. So I actually like have to learn to like check up on them and be a good friend. Like, I'm a good friend to like to my one best friend. But now that I have more, so I have to be more proactive in that area, and I have to be mindful that I have a responsibility. I have a responsibility to be a friend to my friends and to be a good friend, and not to wait for my friends to reach out to me. Like, one of my friends, she's working a lot, and like I haven't heard from her. I'm like, I know she's working. Maybe I have like more availability to do things, or like more free time to like go out, because I'm not working as much anymore. So I'm like, there is no one, like, she doesn't have to reach out to me because she's busy. She doesn't have time. I have to reach out to her and see what she's doing, and see if she's free, because I have more room to like work around like her schedule, So I gotta be proactive. And I found like the more I give, the more I get in return. And you definitely have to give to the right people. So you just have to be careful about who's in your circle, and then you'll never feel like it's a bad thing to always give. Because I've luckily I have really good friends that they give. Nobody's perfect, but nobody's perfect. Period. So that's what I mean. Why you can't just like get rid of people like that. It's not right. And for sure, if you have an issue with any of your friends, you have to just say something if you care about keeping them. And sometimes it'll be too much, and then that's when things can be like cut off. When you say something and you see it's not working. So I don't know. I guess my point is there is a solution for everything. Whether you like the solution or you don't like it, whether it hurts you, whether it's good for you, like you just have to make a choice. And sometimes the easy way out is to cut people off. And the hard part is like actually having that conversation and talking. So anyhow, like, I'm all over the place, but that's the point. The point is, if you don't like your life, if you don't like what's happening, you have to do something about it. Stay busy, learn, do something new. Another like weird like titles of videos I've seen lately are like, it's about like AI and AI taking over, and I'm just like, maybe it will be a problem, maybe it won't. We're humans, we are resilient, we always find a way. So don't like let these things take you for a ride, bro. You gotta be resilient. If you feel like maybe your sector is not gonna make it, with all the changes, now is the time to be proactive. Maybe you have to become an entrepreneur. Maybe you have to implement that idea that you always wanted to have. Maybe you need to be the boss who refuses to like work with AI and just hire humans. I don't know, but there's always a way. There's a way, and it's just not going to be easy. So I think the major problem right now is the fact that we want everything right now. We want like instant gratification, and so I don't think AI is going to ruin us. I think the fact that we're not patient, that will ruin us for sure, because we're not willing to work for anything anymore. So yeah, that is my that's my 2 cents on what's going on. One of the reasons I got into real estate is really just to be proactive and have some kind of control over my life. So that's it. Do I have anything else to add? I don't. I don't know. It's your life. It's your life. You have to grind. Can't be lazy. You have to persevere. Maybe it's okay to scroll all day on Instagram on the weekends, but maybe a rule is you don't do that Monday to Friday. Like, so no one's saying you have to go cold turkey, but you have to have some kind of routine schedule. And that'll make you feel better. You just have to have some kind of control over your life, okay? And that's it. So yeah, I'm just gonna close this out. I've been really working on having a routine, having a schedule. I'm really like interested in real estate and in what I'm learning, even though it's not difficult. It's just like a lot of information that I had to take in in a very short amount of time. But I don't feel like giving up. I want to keep going. Like, I know there's a learning curve, and I'm okay with feeling like I'm a drop in the ocean, like feeling like I'm really like a needle in a haystack. Like, it's just so much. But I'm taking a little bit of time out every day to like go over the material until it's like second nature to me. And that's it. We just have to be patient. So be patient with life. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but it'll probably be something to that effect with AI included. Okay, so I love you all, and that's it. I don't know if you have any 2 cents, you have something to say, you want me to talk about a specific topic, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.